The Consortium of Health and Military Performance, also known as CHAMP, of the Uniformed Services University of Health and Science, known as USUHS, is conducting a study to understand a possible genetic link between sickle cell trait, known as SCT, and exercise-related events, known as EREs, such as exertional rhabdomyolysis, muscle damage, heat stroke, and or collapse. We are inviting African-American men and women with sickle cell trait and their family members to participate. Participating in the study will require you to complete a health history questionnaire, a form authorizing our study physician to gather health information from you and your healthcare provider, as well as a one-time blood donation. In order to qualify for the study, you must meet the following criteria: be African American, be sickle cell trait positive, be able to read, speak, and understand English, be between the ages of 18 and 80, and currently not being treated for any mental or psychological disorders. Participation is completely voluntary, and your decision will not impact your healthcare. The results for this study are for research purposes only and are not intended to directly benefit any individual for confidentiality reasons. However, the results of this study are intended to help better shape policies and associated health risks affecting the SCT community. Participants may be compensated for their time. To join the study, or if you would like additional information regarding the study, please contact the study team by phone, area code 240-479-9514, or email sctstudy-ggg@usuhs.edu.
The views, comments, and opinions of the following program do not necessarily reflect those of Morris Media Studios, morrismedialive.com, or its affiliates. Listener discretion is advised.
My family can't nobody catch up with me. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to the ladies' room. I'm Brenda.
And it's your girl, KB.
It's Friday.
And it's Brenda's birthday month.
The whole month, you guys. And I'm telling you, I have totally taken advantage of the whole month.
She has.
You know I'm going to have to calm down, though, because I do have to get back to serious work.
Why?
I know. Turned down for what? No, seriously. No, it's important. But I've totally enjoyed it. I mean, I've been to places that I haven't been. It's kind of like in my top 3, not out of the country or out of California, but just certain areas, because I'm a creature of habit. Mm-hmm. I like to do the same thing. I will walk in the 31.
Yeah.
I will walk in the 31 flavors and get vanilla. Okay. I know. But the whole thing about that is I know it tastes good. And I want to quench that, that little desire, so I don't want to play around. So it's the same thing with food and everything, but I've been having some really good experiences outside of my little realm. Oh, okay. So I'm like, okay, I'm open. I get it. Okay, let's change up.
Okay.
How are you,
Change is good.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm good. It's Friday. I'm good.
How's your week?
I'm busy. Very, very busy.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Just a lot of running around.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yep.
I went out, let's see. I did have a chance to go to the Savoy for the first time.
I heard.
In Inglewood, California.
For the first time?
For the first time.
Wow.
And I really, really enjoyed myself. It was comedy night, and Spike hosted on Wednesday nights. Mm-hmm. And it was really, really delicious. Okay.
Oh, okay, delicious.
It was delicious.
I
mean, it was really great because, I went by myself.
Of course. Because she didn't call me. So of course. No.
Well, I knew you were busy, had family things.
Yes.
And so, I already knew I had spoke with you earlier that day. So I knew your day was tied up.
I'm teasing.
But I pushed on. And I wound up having a really good time. The comedians were super funny. I mean, just had me just really laughing. And it's really good. The thing that I got out of that the most, though, it was the laughter. And I think it's important that all of us experience laughter in our life because it brings joy. And it, just takes away.
It makes you feel a lot better.
Absolutely.
Takes away burdens.
All that stuff. For that moment,
it's needed.
Yeah,
it's very much needed.
I have so much respect for comedians now.
Oh, okay.
Because it's difficult to make people laugh, you know, and that's a hard job to be up there on stage and really trying to put forth the effort to make somebody sitting there looking at you mad.
Okay. Mad at the world.
Mad at the world.
Make them laugh. Yeah.
And my son told me, he said, Mom, and this is no disrespect or no type of way for us as African American women, but my son had told me, we had went out to dinner, and he said, Mom, I just want you to take a minute because you're talking about uplifting black women, and I'm always talking positive. He said, but just count the next 10 black women that walk by and look at their face expression. Oh. And they were mad.
Really?
Yes.
I mean, you can just blatantly see that they were mad.
They weren't smiling. You know, I spoke to 3, I said, hi, hello. A couple of them spoke. One just kept walking.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
So I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like a purposely of nothing of a negative nature, but it was
just like notice.
Yeah, just take notice, Mom, because you're always talking about black women this and black women that. But how can you approach a person whose face is really just not smiling, won't look you eye to eye, and if you say something, they turn around with a snap, quickie response?
It's funny you say that because Aiden and I forgot where we were. We're somewhere in LA. And so this lady was walking by, and I said, hi, good morning, the smile. And, she looked at me nasty. And then, no, she looked at me nasty first, and then I said, good morning. I'm thinking about you. Good morning. And she was like, good morning. Aiden turned around. He said, Mom, you see how that lady looked at you? Aiden, he let me know. He was like, you see the way that lady looked at you? Aiden. Like, he was hot, too.
Aiden is the one who's going to speak up. He's not playing.
I said, oh, she's having a bad day. Let's, whatever. But, I mean, that is true. You try to be nice to some people. They don't want to speak. They look at you like,
But I always just flip it and think that because we don't know the struggle, we don't know the issues that they're faced with or what's happening in their life. So it is a lot that goes on in our life because as black women, we take on a lot.
We do take on a lot.
We take on more than we should, I think. At this point in my life.
It's forced upon a lot of black women.
Yes. And so that's why I told my son, like, don't be angry at her because we don't know what her struggle is or what has happened in her life. And yes, but
still, I mean.
But life can beat you up.
Yeah.
And life can make you angry. Period. And I mean, everything is not all bad. And as we were talking earlier, it's not all bad. There's some real good stuff there.
But you have to see the good in every situation. I don't care what the situation is. If somebody says, good morning to me or hi, I'm going to say good morning and hi back.
Well,
I mean, even if I'm feeling bad, say if I'm bloated or something, and I'm just like, ugh, I'm still going to, hi, how you doing?
I know circumstances, background, different situation.
True.
So when we were sitting there looking at the women passing by and my son was commenting on it, my whole thing was simply this. We don't know, because I am a black woman. And I have had some struggles. Going through. And I just learned how to flip it and say whatever appears to be negative, flip it into a positive and find something extremely great about any situation. Because that'll push you over. That'll get you where you need to go.
True.
And I tried to tell one of my daughters the other day, I said, don't block your blessings, because your blessings come through who you are. And you're so angry until... How can you receive anything positive with anger floating all around your brain, your mind, your life, Don't be angry, baby. Yeah. Let it go, You have to learn how to let things go as women, as people, period. But as black women, we have to know that it's okay. It's okay to be angry, but let it go.
Yeah. It's not nobody else's fault. I mean, someone that's passing by you on the street, it's not their fault.
Yeah, exactly.
So, don't be mad at the world. Just, direct that anger to where it needs to be directed to.
Matter of fact, just let the anger go, period. Because if you just let it go, because here's the thing about being angry. This is what I had to say. This is the thing about what I learned about being angry. You can be angry as just frustrated, mad, where you want to just really slap somebody.
And the outcome is never good when you're angry like that.
But when you're that angry, the person you angry at is living their life, going on.
Laughing, drinking tea. That's true.
So why am I going to be angry about something? It's at the end of the day.
Waste the energy.
And if it's situations that arise that will create anger in you, learn how to diffuse it, learn how to deflect it, learn how to just step away from it, and most importantly, just learn how to be happy within yourself.
Yeah.
Because I think we've been talking about happiness.
Being happy, making yourself happy. I mean, it's nobody else's responsibility. It's ours. You know?
Yes, you have to make yourself happy. You cannot put your happiness on anybody else. No. And I know it sounds a little bit out there like that, because we do say, I married this guy, or he's my man or boyfriend or lover or whatever he is to you, and you look for happiness within that situation. But at the same time, there's no obligation.
But I think that a lot of people do get that misconstrued. They're like, oh, if I had this man, this man in my life, things would be so perfect and this and that. That is so not true.
No, the happiness,
it comes from with you. So
and that's a strong point. Say that again. Where does it come from?
It comes from within yourself.
Exactly. So that's why one of my little sayings that I always say is, and I did get this quote from one of our women of the week, it is know yourself on purpose. Know yourself on purpose. Know who you are. Know what you have to bring to the table. Understand the beauty that lives in you, period. Doesn't matter what anybody say, because sometimes we're dipped in negativity. That means everything around us is negative. People are saying things that are negative. You're living in negativity. But you have to learn how to dip yourself in positivity and know that I'm great, I'm wonderful, I'm beautiful, I'm strong, I'm bold, I'm smart, I'm intelligent. And when you know all those things about yourself, can nobody they cannot move you. And you have to learn how to go around situations that are uncomfortable or negativity. And that's that could be a class by itself, just how to move around negativity, because we're so accustomed to adjusting to it, accepting it.
It's everywhere. No hiding from it. It's everywhere.
But once you do get that knowledge of yourself, that's the most beautiful thing in the world, ladies. Most beautiful thing in the world is to know who you are on purpose. I have, ever since I learned that, I can barely stop smiling.
and she's telling the truth. Oh my gosh.
It took a long time. You know that you're wonderful, beautiful, smart, intelligent. You know all those things. And
you don't need to hear from somebody else. A lot of people rely on other people to tell them that.
No. Don't. Look in the morning, just look in the mirror and know who you are. I'm beautiful. I'm intelligent. I'm smart. And I'm not talking about physical beauty, because that fades. But the beauty I'm talking about is the beauty, as you said, that lives within inside you. And once you can tap into what's inside of you, you're a train moving forward, and they better get out of your way. That's how I feel about that. All that to say good morning. It's Friday. We have the ladies' room, Morris Media Studios, and we are live. So, you want to talk about the lady of the week?
Our lady of the week that we both chose this week is the late great Aretha Franklin.
Yes.
Aretha Franklin was born on, I'm sorry, I don't know her birthday, I don't have her here, but she died at the age of 76 in her home in Detroit. She died of pancreatic cancer. Such a great loss.
Yes.
A really great loss.
Yes.
She began her career as a child singing at her dad's singing gospel at her dad's church. And then moved on. And
she just had so many great experiences, and she had the opportunity, one of the greats, as we all know, to be around all the other greats. She really grew up with Smokey. Okay. So I was watching one of her clips yesterday, and it was a Soul Train clip, and she was sitting on the piano playing. She learned how to play the piano by
sight.
Just on her own. On her own self. But she was sitting on the piano with Smokey, and she was like, you know what, we should be a duo. And then Smokey was like, well, it's never too late. But she was just beautiful. She set her own rules. She did not conform. Yeah, she did it her way.
She started her career at the age of 18.
Yes. So she had been singing before that, I'm sure, because her dad.
I think she signed with Columbia. She started at 18.
Yes, Columbia. But she did it her own way, and that was from her clothes to just her attitude. She was a no-nonsense woman. She didn't play. She was for real 100%. She was that type of woman that just didn't change. Because fame can change you. Money can change you. Yeah. Shoot, a hairdo can change you. So if you can get that big, and how many Grammys was that? 22?
22 Grammys.
22 Grammys. That comes with the Grammys. When people talk about that, generates more money for you. When you get a Grammy, you don't get paid to get that Grammy, but what you do get is you get outside endorsements. You have access to a lot of different things through the Grammy. So her life has been full with access to more than that normal singer. So I think she was absolutely wonderful.
She was. She also recorded 112 charted singles on Billboard.
That's a lot.
Which is really a lot. And then she had 100 R&B singles or entries, and 20 of those were number one R&B songs. And
what
I'm
could you
pretty sure
say?
it's more.
And she was putting the message down.
So she was the most charted female artist. So
Yes, no, she put a message down. She let us know, you better respect me.
And give him something he can feel. I mean,
oh my God! Oh no, what was it, Mr.
Sparkle? Didn't she do the Sparkle soundtrack?
I'm not sure.
My gosh!
But she did a lot, and I loved her in the Blues Brothers.
Yeah, me too.
Because they
did
didn't
the respect,
and they did not want to cast her for that. She was not the number one choice for that. But the Blues Brothers said, "Look, we want Aretha."
Oh, we have a phone call.
Oh,
where are the headphones?
we have we have Aretha. So they said we want Aretha. Mm-hmm. Period. And they went back and forth with the actual production director and the people that was paying for the film because they didn't want her. But who was in it? Aretha.
And she was the mother of 4 sons.
Oh my God! So yes, she was just did her thing.
Survived by them.
Married to Glenn Turner. I remember him.
Who's Glenn Turner?
Glenn Turner. He played in, remember A Different World? He came in on A Different World. Glenn Turner,
she
the
was
oldest.
married to him?
Yes,
okay.
she married him.
Okay. And one thing I didn't know until now, today, her song, Jump, Jump,
yes.
Jump. Oh, I love that song. I grew up listening to that song. My mom just pumped it all the time. Luther Vandross produced that song.
Okay.
And also sung the background to him and Cissy Houston.
Okay.
On that song.
Right.
So I was like, okay. But if you listen to the song, it sounds like a Luther. He put his thumbprint on
a
that.
little something on there, huh? Mm-hmm. But I love her. I thought she was just fabulous.
Yeah.
Aretha would wear those dresses. She didn't care.
And those hats.
Oh yeah, at the
president's
yes,
inauguration.
she did that.
And one other thing that I thought.
Excuse me. Okay.
We have a call. Hi, caller. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Good morning, Queens. How you ladies doing tonight? Or today, actually. It's good morning already over here.
Good. How are you?
I'm pretty good. I'm enjoying the show, and I just wanted to give a shout out. I'm tuning in from YouTube, so I'm enjoying the show, and I know you guys are talking about our queen, Aretha Franklin, and I just want to say rest in paradise. And I don't know if you guys saw the note that Fox News they messed up, and instead of putting her picture, they did a segment, and they put another lady's picture in the corner. I can't remember.
Oh wow,
that was messed up.
No, yeah, but yeah. So, what other topic? I mean, besides the Queen, what other topics are you guys talking about right now?
We have some health tips today. We have a few real estate tips, and we're just going to talk about what's trending. It'll probably be Trump. Mm-hmm. We'll probably go into that with the Mimosa situation. So we have a few things lined up. I'm just so grateful that you called in. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no, I follow you guys' channel. I know you guys do a couple of different shows, but I was enjoying the show, and I was like, let me give them a call.
Oh, thank you so much. And what is your name again?
Oh, my name is, you're going to laugh at my name. It's Ray Funk.
Ray Funk?
Yeah, I'm a podcaster too, but, I didn't call to promote myself. I just wanted to call, say hi to you ladies, and let you guys know that I'm enjoying the show and keep doing what you guys are doing.
Oh, thank you so much. It's appreciated. Thank you.
And have a great day.
You ladies too. I'll tune in, and I'll drop by on the chat.
Okay, thank
right,
you.
Thank you so much.
We appreciate it.
Okay. Well, enjoy the rest of your day.
You guys have a good one.
You too.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
Ray Funk.
Said he had a podcast show himself, so look him up. No, but yeah. So Aretha was, she was long-standing. Now, I love Beyonce.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're talking about Aretha Franklin.
I know, but I'm going to say this. It's related.
Let me say this first.
Okay,
so she was the Queen of Soul. In 1960s, they announced her, named her the Queen of Soul.
Right.
And you know how Elvis was the king of rock and roll? They both died on the same day, August the 16th.
I read that. I couldn't believe that.
What? How ironic is that?
I know.
The Queen and the King.
But I read the story, and then someone was really upset about somebody putting the Elvis was the king. But yeah, I did read that they both died on the same day. I know. That was really weird. Universe. But here's the thing I was going to say about B. I love her, and I know it's about Aretha. But Beyonce had said during one of her performances with Tina Turner, she had introduced Tina Turner as the Queen of Soul. And so Aretha was a little irritated by that. And this is the first and only time I'm ever going against B, okay? I'm like, B, okay, now you pushing it, all right? You pushing it.
No.
She said Tina Turner because, you know, she had did a whole set with Tina.
Because she reminds me so much of Tina Turner. Beyonce does.
Yes, Tina was a performer, but she said that, and Aretha was not happy about
that.
No, not at all. So it's like, B, okay, bow down. And you owe her an apology. And let's make that happen, okay? You know, I love you, but you kind of overstepping your boundaries right here. But yeah, so she absolutely, you know, was the Queen of Soul. She will always be that because I don't think anybody could belt out a song the way she did. I saw her last night. I did look at a couple performances of her throughout the day yesterday. And she was on the Oprah Winfrey show once, probably more than once, but this one particular time I saw her. And Amazing Grace, did she sing it?
Oh, my gosh.
I'm like, Aretha, I'm not trying to cry. It's too late.
But she has so many hits. I mean, even though they were before, you know, my time or whatever, even now, I still listen to Aretha Franklin, Shaka Khan.
Okay, no, for real, seriously, because good music is good music.
Good music.
And you can't deny
you don't get
it.
that nowadays.
I know, we on some other stuff, but you cannot deny what she brought to the situation and opened up doors for other people to be able to do what they do. And now you have to remember that they were older, because I remember watching her when I was young. She was on Soul Train. And you know, Soul Train was every Saturday. I don't care, you clean up, you get everything done, because when Soul Train come on, we had to sit down and watch it. And she was on there, not the time with Smokey, but you know, she was on, and she just blowing us out. You know? But she had that voice.
She did.
She had a voice.
It had presence. You know, that whole
strong presence. And it's just some people that you cannot touch.
Yep.
And I think
she
she's
was
one of them. Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
She was definitely one. And another person I can think of that had a strong voice that was very unique was Minnie Riperton. I haven't heard anybody rip it like she did, or like Aretha.
Well, you know, another singer who doesn't really get any acknowledgments or anything is Vesta Williams. I love Vesta Williams. I loved Vesta Williams.
Okay. All right, I'm going to let you have that one.
She could really, really sing.
No comment.
Okay.
I think what we're going to do is take a break.
We'll be right back.
We'll be right back. Thank you.
You know that whole strong.
Hi, welcome back to the Ladies Room. I'm Brenda.
It's your girl KB.
Morris Media Studios live.
Ladies Room.
Friday.
I just wanted to bring up a quote, one of many quotes by Aretha Franklin. Okay. She said, "Being a singer is a natural gift. It means I'm using to the highest degree possible the gift that God gave me to use, and I'm happy with that." And music is a gift. It really is. You can, you know, you're feeling down, you're feeling good, you can resonate with a song.
No, absolutely. You know, I really love you. Put this on.
Yeah.
Because I remember back in the day when we were growing up, there was no social media and Twitter and all this and that. So what would happen is that if a guy really liked you, he'd call you and put a song
and play
on.
a song.
Or if you were breaking up with somebody, you call them, put on
a song.
So high players. It's over now. But what she's saying is really, really important. It's something for us to embrace.
Songs too.
Her quote is something for us to really embrace.
Yeah, and I think that everyone should find what their gift is, hone it, own it, and share it, because it's really important.
No, it's your talent.
It's a God-given talent.
It's your talent. And I think that's where, not to go off topic, but just to kind of throw this in there, passing thought is that our educational system can use improvement. And when you enter college, I think there should be, you need to take a class on, not the orientation class, but a class on who are you? What are you trying to achieve? Because we can do that.
Most comfortable with, doing. And that's true. Because a lot of kids are so lost. They still don't know. And
then it's like connect the dots. Mm-hmm. So the dots are, I'm going to go to school, get an education. Now what do? I go get a job. I don't think so.
I don't like this. Or they get a job and they don't like it. This is not me,
And I think it's I think our children are misguided. Mm-hmm. Because
a lot of the times.
When you go to school, and this is no disrespect for anybody, just one person's thoughts that I'm sharing, which are mine. When you go to school, I think that you do need to go become educated and create your own business.
Mm-hmm. That's why
create your own.
Me and you always talk about, and I'm leaning more towards homeschooling, because I think you have that entrepreneurial mindset. And you study, of course, because you do need to be educated, but you have more freedom to, get that on experience with the work field, with the workforce or whatever. Not so much structured what they want to teach you, what they want you to learn.
Exactly, that's the same thing. So just learn how to connect the dots to know that I'm going to go to school, I am going to be educated, and I'm really going to utilize this to benefit, service the community, service myself. Generate your own job from your education. But it's important, as she said, to understand what your gift is. And that's difficult
and
sometimes.
Share it. Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's difficult to understand your gift. I just want to give a tip on how to understand what your gift is, because sometimes it takes us a lifetime to get there.
True.
And for those of us that have spent almost a lifetime getting there, let's cut it down. And it doesn't take a lifetime. What it takes is for you to know yourself. It takes you to spend some quality time with just yourself, meditating on yourself, on what direction you should travel in, because the answers all lie within us.
Yeah.
We just have to search them out, and we have to have the tools to know how to pull out what it is that we should be doing.
So what you're saying is they have to meditate in order to figure it out?
You don't have to, but it's a good suggestion just to meditate, because
it will help.
Yes, it will help. And once you are doing something that you really enjoy doing, it makes it so much easier, so much more enjoyable.
It's not work. It's just, you're doing what you love doing.
And that's, say that part again.
It's just doing what you love doing.
And that's exactly what we need to push our children towards, is doing what you love doing. Because that makes it pleasant, makes it easier. You don't mind doing it.
But
put forth more effort.
At the same time, a lot of times it doesn't pay as well. So you have to be prepared for that too. Some people's gifts is just, painting, but everybody's not a Picasso. You know what I mean?
Okay, but here's the thing about that I think.
Okay.
Once you find your gift, then now you have another responsibility to find that avenue that would generate capital, because you have to know how to sustain yourself. You know that it costs to live. The bills are every 30 days and they're never late.
They don't take excuses either.
So you know that, but that's part of the training. That's part of the educational process from home, school. I do believe parent, teacher, child is all responsible for you becoming a productive individual. And you may not have all those things, but whatever, if you have one of those things, then you have to push a little extra, a little harder, but you need to really find out.
It's hard work, but it pays off.
It does, because one of the questions I always ask younger people, when I ask them, are you going to college? Yes. Okay, what are you studying? And say, well, how much is that going to pay?
You ask them.
I ask them that, so that because that's awakening. And I said, well, ask your parents, how much does it cost to live every month, times it times 12, and then look at your career that you're choosing and see if it can handle it in 2018. Because now we're going to be moving to the future. So how is it going to happen? What are you going to do? So it's important. There's a lot of little factors and stuff involved with making good decisions. But what Aretha said was just know your talent. Embrace it, because God gives us all
a talent,
a particular talent. That's what I'm talking about. So I just want to say, for Aretha, in closing on her topic, was that it was a sad.
It's a loss, a great loss.
Yeah, it is, to our industry and to the world.
And I just wish I could sing so I could feel her shit. But we both know that ain't the case.
I am a complete lover of music, all genres. I like classical. I love hip hop. When the real hip hop, when it first came out.
Yeah, when it first came out.
Oh my God, that was just, man. It was, these young people have an opportunity to voice what they feel and expression and all that. I love R&B, jazz, everything.
Yourgirl.
But I couldn't sing either.
Yeah, I used to
third grade teacher.
I used to think I was a B girl.
My third grade teacher, I wanted to be in the choir so bad because the choir was just.
And they wouldn't let you?
No, this is what she said. She let me. She said, Brenda, after she heard me sing, and she knew I wanted to be in the choir so bad because you get to stand up there in front of everybody,
you
be front and center. So she said, Brenda, I'm going to allow you to be in the choir.
Allow you
to be in the choir. But listen,
you didn't earn your spot. I'm just going to allow you.
Exactly. I really like you. But this is what I want you to do. It's a thing called lip sync.
No, she didn't.
I promise you. I could not hold a tune.
Are you serious?
I could not hold a tune. I couldn't even be mad at her. When I look back on that, I was like, oh, bless her heart. She really liked me.
Because she let you.
She allowed me to be in the choir. And I just lip sync the whole time. Every performance, but you would swear I was truly singing. But so I appreciate that. I appreciate the gift of song.
I do too.
And because people, it's
medicine.
It's
for
a
the
gift.
Soul.
Gift, like Aretha said.
Yeah.
But okay, so we're gonna move on.
And we're gonna move on to this week's health tip.
Okay, that's gonna be awesome.
And this week's health tip is how to combat bloating. That time of the month, ladies, and or just you get gassy and you have that bloaty stomach or whatever. So the thing to do is to avoid simple carbs, processed starches, sugar, substitutes, and raw cauliflower, really raw vegetables, because raw vegetables give you gas. And they, if you eat raw broccoli or cauliflower, you're going to get bloated.
Wow. Okay.
So the things to eat would be ripe bananas, cucumbers. Cucumbers help reduce swelling. And watermelon, chunks of watermelon are low calorie and filled with water. Fermented foods, like for me, I love kombucha drinks. These are high probiotic, bacteria friendly, fermented foods that help. They're gut friendly. So I drink those almost every day. Okay. And then drink water and green tea. That will help with the bloating.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. Okay, that's really some good information.
Yeah, I needed this last week, so I said, print this out. Let me print this out.
Okay, so that was good. So you suggest that the people eat the bananas, cucumbers, and watermelon.
Mm-hmm. And cucumbers are really good. Like you can put them in your water, or you can just eat them as a snack. I mean, I just love cucumbers.
Okay, no
calorie.
I dig that.
I have watermelon too, of course.
Oh, yeah, I dig that.
Mm-hmm.
I would eat that.
And then kombucha, try it. It's good.
I know I haven't had it.
It's like apple
you keep
vinegar.
talking about it.
It kind of smells like apple. It's really. I mean, I really, really, really like it.
And it really helps.
It really helps. It really does. My digestive system is in sync. It's good.
Okay, so that's really good information right there. Okay, and so then we're going to move from the health tip to move over to just a little bit of the business. I wanted to talk a little bit about the real estate because I had the opportunity to service a gentleman who did not think that he would be able to get a home. And although he had been on his job for 34 years...
Dang. He ain't retired? No. Just kidding.
The age of retirement is pushed back now.
I know. Oh, my God.
What was that, JC? Or someone said the 50 is the new 30?
Oh, no.
So we're really living that, okay?
I'm trying to retire early.
Birthday month, I feel it. No, I feel that, that turning this age and I feel younger. I'm like, okay, but that body might like, Brenda, lay down. But okay, back to the tip. So... He didn't think he was able to. And so I said, well, come in, let's sit down and let me talk to you.
Because a lot of people don't think that they're able to. And they are.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sat down, spoke with them. I said, listen, you have the finance. You've been on your job long enough. You are a responsible individual. You're paying your bills on time. So let me set you up with a lender and let's see exactly what you qualify for.
How much was he paying in rent?
$1,800 a month. he was living with his sister, and then their mom died, and she left the sister everything for whatever reasons. Then the sister put him out. So he wound up going to a hotel. And he was paying $1,800 a month at a hotel, like extended stay.
Oh, at a hotel.
At extended stay.
Oh, wow.
And he was looking for an apartment. And I said, wait a minute. Stop right here. We can figure out this. So then I brought him in. He sat down with the lender. He was qualified. And then I went on a search for him a home. Found him a home. And I gave him the keys last Friday. And he called me. Yes. I just wanted to say that that's one of the best feelings in the world is to be able to see somebody's life transform who thought, I got to go
they couldn't do it.
I have to go rent an apartment. I was like, my God, baby, no, you don't. You can get you a home. So he wound up getting him a nice 4-bedroom home, 2,700 square feet, and moved in on Friday. He said, I'm putting all my stuff from the hotel in the car, and I'm going to the house. I'm going to pick up the keys. So my point in telling that little story is just to say that just know that you can. And my job is to show you that you can. And even if you're not completely ready to do that right now, what I will do is sit down and go over the process with you step by step so that you are informed, you understand your possibilities, and you know that you can. And if you're not ready, my job is to prepare you, to get you ready. Get you ready. You have a good lending team. We working with some lenders that I really like. And I just know that we push really hard to make it happen. And for people, all people, period, but especially for people of color. We have to do better, and we have to do more. And this is America, and we are a part of that dream. We need to be able to pass that on to our children, to just generations of African Americans. We need more home ownership.
We do, and I think a lot of people are scared of being told no. Like for me, I don't like to be told no. So I think a lot of people are like, I don't, they don't want to be told no.
No, I get it.
But for every no, for every 10 no's, you're gonna get one yes. You just get. It's just the whole process of learning what you have to do to prepare for if you're not prepared, or you might be prepared. But a lot of people are just, they don't want to hear that no.
No, but here's the thing with the no. Let's go there. We are already at no. So we're halfway there. So if I'm already at the bottom, I went to a restaurant the other day, and so the waiter came and she brought the drink, and I ate my food first, and then the drink was warm. So the person I was with, I'm like, I'm going to ask them, can I get another drink because it's warm? And the person was like, no, because, you sipped out of it. And I said, okay, all that's true. But at the same time, I'm already at no. So if I ask and they say no, it's okay. But if I ask and they say yes, then what do I have? A cold drink.
Yeah.
So what did I do? I asked.
And you got the cold drink.
And I did get the cold drink. So, and we started laughing, but it's truthful. We already at no. So if you're already at no, there's nowhere to go but up. And is the glass half full or half empty? I always say it's
Depends on how you look at it.
Half full, never empty, half full, because we're extending, we're going upward. So for you, don't be afraid, don't be scared. Just know the best thing about knowing, is knowing where you are and what you can do, what your opportunities are, and information brings on good decisions. Yeah. That's what I really want to put out there. The more information that you have, the better decisions that you can make in your life. And I'm here to
have some sense of direction.
It'll tell you that, what are we working on? Do we need to work on your credit? We can do that too. Do we need to work on your savings? But I also want to let people know it is good to really save. If you can, just save something. But with the different programs that are available, they do have first-time buyer programs that will assist you with your down payment and assist you with your closing.
A veteran.
Oh, the VAs get 100% financing. Wow. But that doesn't mean that they will pay your closing costs. But they will finance that loan for you 100%. Wow. And even if you are a vet, and you have been in a situation and had a foreclosure, that still does not mean that you can't purchase, because the VA has a program that says even if you foreclose, you still qualify for a certain amount. And if you haven't reached that amount, they will still allow you to move forward with the amount that you qualify for, so that you're not aware of.
Forgiveness clause for.
Well, yes, we could put it. We could say that. Because it is like a forgiveness, but they have what is actually a certain amount. Like they'll say that you qualify for $600,000, and your last house was $200,000. So what do you have now left? $400,000. So you still can move forward and purchase a home. So I just want you to know that the best thing to do,
to find out.
Ask questions, and I'm going to give you my email address. So if you have any real estate questions, I would love for you to call in or email me and let me know what it is. And we can just go over it. And there's no forcing, no pressure. But I really want you to get information. Information is important. So it's BradFordCRR@AOL. And that's Bradford CRR, Charlie Rich at AOL.com. Any real estate questions that you have, anything you may want to know, you could always call in, or you could definitely hit me on an email and I would definitely return it. But our number here is 323-293-3375, Morris Media Live. I'm Brenda.
And it's your girl, Katie.
You just tuning in.
The ladies' room.
Okay. What was another interesting topic? Oh, you know what? I didn't get a chance to ask you about this week.
What?
But I wanted, I don't go in on Trump.
Okay.
I don't. Because I just feel that, please no disrespect to anybody either on this one too. But I just feel that he is the president.
Yes.
Doesn't make him right. But we are attacking the president of the United States like all the time. I mean, he's doing stuff, he's saying things, and I think he's a little misunderstood. I'm not saying that he's not a racist. I'm not saying any of that. I'm just saying there's a little misunderstanding there because he's playing the line. Am I a racist or am I not? But I
think the reason why he receives so much backlash is because his behavior. Like, who does that? As the president of the United States, you're going to go and tweet. And you know what I mean? Like, he acts like a big kid. I mean, I'm just saying.
Know. Obama was digging Jay-Z and B playing music.
No, but he wasn't like
he was on there. He stayed on the phone too.
But he wasn't talking about anybody or
right. There's a big difference, so don't
is.
misunderstand me. But I did see the Trump and the Omarosa situation.
Yeah.
What did you think about that?
Because he called her a dog, I think it was.
Is that a female? Oh, a dog.
A bitch.
Oh, God.
No, he didn't say bitch. He called her a dog.
But that a dog? Okay.
I mean, yeah.
Okay, I'm just relating the two together, making sure maybe I misunderstood what was said. But really, a dog?
I mean, I don't know the situation. When she was on their team, so, I mean. She was on
so this point right here, now that's the point I was trying to get to a little bit here.
She was on their
Nobody
team.
deserves to be called anything other than what their name is actually. But... I mean, okay, let's go with the good person syndrome. And that is, I don't have to call you not your name. I don't have to.
You don't have to.
Because you know who you are. You know what you are. You know what it is. Mm-hmm. So I don't have to go there. My best defense is, let me walk the other way. I got you. I understand. But what I want to say is that she was Team Trump.
Exactly.
Team Trump.
Exactly. So
he's not a racist.
What is her book about, though?
I mean, I think that they... It's like with anybody else. A relationship can go bad over anything, quickly. Without proper communication, then it's going to go down fast. Mm-hmm. But my whole thing is not on her directly, but here's the thing. If you're going to be in the arena and you're going to play with this particular situation, there's a certain particular way you need to handle yourself. There are certain things that you need to do. Now, you want to go public on Trump.
Now you want to go public.
You want to go public on Trump, and now you have recorded conversations and all that. Who does that? So what was your intention?
What was your intention from the jump?
What were your intentions? If you're recording a private conversation, So that's saying that everybody
saved all that.
Yes,
she was waiting on her day.
Exactly. So because she already knew what she was dealing with from the beginning, but she was moving her career. She was moving herself. She was branding herself, and she was making herself become who she wanted to become,
or whatever.
Yes, and that was a good opening because Trump rich.
Yeah,
he's super rich. When he did The Apprentice, you love this dude. So whatever agreement that you guys made during that time, I just believe in loyalty. I believe in holding it down. I'm going to take some stuff to the grave with me, period. I don't care how mad I am or whatever happens. I'm not about to put somebody's personal, private business out there.
Exactly.
Especially if I was riding with you.
Yeah. That just goes to the same thing as the baby daddy. You hear these people like, he was this, he was that. And you have, maybe three kids by three different dudes, and they all were dogs. Like, I'm looking at you. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
a lot of that.
He was that. Like, but are you looking for that? Like, really?
No, I think what we do, we attract certain things.
We do.
We have an attraction. There's a law of attraction. And so you do attract some stuff that might not be completely good for you. And if you're not educated and not through a PhD, I'm not talking that type, just simple common sense. And everybody is not gifted with that.
But I mean, come on, B. Really,
looking for love in the wrong place. Looking for love in the wrong place.
It's a no, I don't buy that, because you can know the dude is no good. Like, you just know he's not the one.
Okay,
but yet and still, you go and try to make this little fake.
I know, but here's the thing about that too. Because in the beginning of most relationships, I don't think a brother start off dogging you or treating you a certain way. Now, it couldn't happen. Don't misunderstand me. But on the average, generalizing, I think that everybody's on their best behavior.
True.
So you don't know who that dude is until you fall in love, until you pregnant, and then here come the monster. Because you can always be with somebody and really not know who they are.
We know that.
You can be with somebody and then you know, there's a day when you are looking like, who are you? I don't know. Can you introduce me to this individual who's standing here talking to me right now, please? And that could be years down the line. But I understand what you're saying too. You know, 2018, social media, Twitter, everything is telling you can Google what a good man is or what he should be. But I do believe, back to this Trump situation, I do believe in loyalty. If you loyal to me, I'm with that more than anything. I'm with that more than anything, because that means that I'm trusting you, and I'm going to give you that same trust.
It's and like, I know who you are now. I know what you do, but you know,
I know, but we
trust each other. Like, we have this understanding with each other.
I would have called Trump off the record.
Exactly.
And said, look, T.
Look, motherfucker.
Same, man. We mean the same thing here. But I would have had that conversation with him. We're like, okay, this is what's happening. Yeah. This is what I need. Because that's people in high places who can make moves.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to put this information out, but I would like for A, B, and C to happen. What do you think about it? And then you open up a dialogue, but now you get kicked out the White House, and now all of a sudden you have so much to say. Sit down.
And whose career is going to last longer, hers or his?
Sit down.
You know what I mean? So, I don't have a call.
Sit down. Stop. I'm just saying, not to be hating on the black woman, because I appreciate everything she's done.
She's a hustler. Hi, caller. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, I'm calling from Manhattan Beach, and I just wanted to call in and tell you guys that I truly enjoy listening to your show every Friday.
Thank
you guys empower women and enlighten and educate, and I just really appreciate hearing you guys.
Oh, my God, thank
you. In Manhattan Beach.
We appreciate that.
Well, thanks for taking my call, guys, and continue doing your show. You guys rock.
And please continue to listen every day.
Thank you.
I mean, every Friday. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and enjoy your day. Okay, hey. Okay, Manhattan Beach. Black women rock. Oh yeah, so Queen Latifah's gonna be hosting the Black Girls.
Oh, the Black Girls Rock
event
this year. Did she do it last? No, it was Regina.
No. It was. You know, I love Tracee Ellis Ross. I love her.
Do you?
Yeah, I do, because you don't like her.
No, I don't. I mean, I don't love her. I mean,
I love her because she is so bomb. I mean, she's super funny. You just have to really get into her to see who she really is. But she is a strong black woman, and I really do dig her. But she normally hosts her and Regina.
Okay.
But Queen Latifah, who has been honored through that several times, will now be hosting this year. So I think that'd be wonderful.
Watch that, yeah.
I think that'd be wonderful, because Queen Latifah. So I think that's gonna be good. But I love that program because it does show that Black girls rock.
Yeah,
and that's the thing for my granddaughter.
Yeah,
she's turning 9 this weekend,
so she's at that age.
Yes, and so I constantly pump to her that Black girls rock, because she said that some girl told her, "Oh, look at your skin, you're way darker than me." And then
they bringing that back,
all that back, and she's in elementary school.
Yeah,
but because I'm her grandmother, she said, "Yeah, I am darker than you, and I think I'm prettier."
Isn't it pretty?
She said, "I think I'm prettier." I was like, "Okay, not to be arrogant or anything, but I teach her that you're beautiful and that you rock."
Absolutely.
And I got her the T-shirt. I rock. And so when I call her, before I hang up somewhere in the conversation, I always say, Black girls rock. She's like, I know, Mama, I know. Cute. And so, I think it's important that we instill that.
It is.
Because we come in all colors.
We do.
All forms, all shapes. And we are super beautiful. And that's what I told her. I said, look, you are super beautiful. I always tell her that. So I like the little Black Girls Rock theme. And I like to watch that show with her so that she knows, relate that conversation with.
Yeah, we making moves. We doing
the
this.
Black Girls Rock. You can do whatever. Yeah. We're phenomenal women, for real, seriously.
And like you said, we come in different colors, but we all have beautiful,
And it doesn't matter. Like I told her, you're Black and she's Black. So if you two walked in the room, they're going to say it's two Black girls walking in the room. Mm-hmm. They're not going to say, it's a light skin and dark skin. It's two Black girls. So it does not matter mentally what someone says to you. You know who you are, you know what you are, and you know how Mama is teaching you to be beautiful.
Here we go again. History repeats itself.
That's what happens. And we get into these situations where they have to be faced with that type of stuff.
Yeah.
That was really sad, first of all. But I loved her attitude.
Because first of all, every race comes from the Black woman. Let's learn that. Let's know that. So
we got to do a whole show on that.
It's America that teach you opposite from what's right. So
exactly. We need to do a complete show on heritage.
We do,
so that people could really understand, because there's a lot of misconception.
Because why is the Vatican kneeling Madonna before the Black Madonna?
Exactly.
I mean, come on now, really? I know.
But we don't look at that because we have 400 years of being brainwashed to think that we're not, and that
it's opposite of what they teach you. It's opposite.
It is. It's exactly. I even was sitting down listening to a lecture last week, and they were talking about the Negro in Mexico. That Black people came. They were in Mexico before Columbus got here.
Even in Asia.
Yes, and they had the whole, like the Sphinx. You know what the Sphinx looked like, where they shot the nose off. But in Africa, they have the whole big old statue, big lips.
They didn't break it off?
In Mexico. No, it didn't get broken off. But we have a misconception of who we are. So we definitely have to make sure that we do something that's related to that, because we do rock.
We do. Did you hear about the little boy in Florida? He wasn't let in school. His first day, I think kindergarten, he wasn't let in school because he had dreads. Now, the school, it's a Christian school. The school got so much backlash, but I had to comment on that. I think it was cruel that they didn't let him in the classroom. He's standing out there with his backpack on, looking so sad. I wouldn't have done that. But like the principal said, the owner, whatever, the principal, he said that in the handbook it says that you can't have long hair or whatever.
Why?
But it's in the handbook. That's their rules, right?
But I know. So I just would have to tell me why.
Okay, listen. My boys went to private school, whatever, high school, and we read in the handbook their hair can be past a certain length. I would have no problem with that. Because you read it before you signed all these documents stating that I want my child to go here. So you do have to look at both sides of the coin.
I get that part.
And I remember when my boys were little, they had ponytails. And my dad, when they got a certain age, everybody used to say, oh, is that a girl? She's so cute. I'm like, no, it's a boy. And when they got a certain age, my dad was like, cut their hair. Because they're boys. And, at first I was like, no, it's cute. And then I thought about it and I cut their hair because they are boys.
Okay, I understand that. But now we're talking the difference from a ponytail and dreads.
Yeah, and okay, that is
the difference between having a ponytail, if that's how if that's the way anyone wants to view it. Mm-hmm. But the dreads, I believe, that's what they do. You can't tell me to cut my hair.
But don't sign up for the school.
Okay, but here's the thing. Then I need for you to tell me why. Tell me why.
Let me tell you why. Let me see what that.
Tell me why I have to cut. Why do my son have to cut his hair? How is that affecting you? How is that affecting his learning ability? How is that how is that affecting any of his skills? How is that effective?
But if because private schools you have to have a certain uniform. You have to have a certain.
But that's my personal. Code. That's my personal space. My hair.
They talk about your hair. It can't be a certain length. And he had dreads, so of course it's longer. So if you have to have a crew cut for that school, you got to have a crew cut. You know what I mean?
I don't agree with it, but it is what it is. And I get that part of it.
I get both sides of it
because at the end of the day, this is my hair. It's my son's hair, and I might have the dreads because it might mean something to me me religiously.
But that's the thing. And so I was saying, like, we don't have traditions because Indians, they're not really Indians. They're called, I think they're called, I don't know how to pronounce it, but I think they're called Sikhi or something like that. You know how they have their hair, it's like a bun. It's they have their hair up in a bun, and they have like a little thing that covers it. I know you've seen, especially in circles,
you know,
little kids walking around, men, they walk around with their hair in a bun.
Right.
So for them, it's their religion. They can't cut their hair, and then they cover their hair. But that's their religion. And I was saying, like, black people, we don't have no traditions. We don't have no, you know what I mean? Like, we don't have nothing to really stand on to say, you know, this is what I believe. Unless you're, I mean, I don't know any of any religion that has dreads. I mean, I like dreads and all, but we don't have no religion that covers that.
Rastafarians.
Okay, so
the Rastafarians. Okay.
Well, so then they could use that argument because, you know, it's a civil rights. It becomes a civil rights a violation. Then
I just, okay, we could go there. We could go that deep, but I just think that they can tell you the uniforms. Mm-hmm. I have no problems with that because it's conformity, and I understand want all the children looking alike and everything. But with your hair, I think that's real personal.
It is very personal,
I think that's
especially
personal.
when our hair is different. You know what I mean?
It's
so
personal.
That's very, very personal. Just like in some workforces, they don't like women to wear their hair natural. You know, all that type of stuff.
Exactly.
It falls into that's a civil rights movement because this is my hair. You know
okay,
what I mean?
What the school say? My only question is, tell me why my son cannot wear dreads. Tell me you feel it's unclean, you feel that it's unnatural. What is the reason? You got to tell me something.
Well, the only thing they're saying, they're going off of the Bible, and they're going off of their
Bible
rules.
Wait a minute, the Bible. Let's go with the Bible. Okay, did you say the Bible? Because that was a mess up right there. Because it said that Jesus was what?
Hair of wool.
A hair of wool.
Hair of wool.
So we're not dealing with the Bible on that unless they missed that part. Because you know how we get down as people. Yeah. We only put what's pertaining to us. Mm-hmm. You know, that's one of the problems with the whole religious situation. But I'm not going to go there. I'm going to go here. They did describe Jesus in the Bible, and it didn't say his hair was low cut or short. Or short.
Buzz cut.
Okay, it did not say that. So we need to write that school a letter and take that verse out the Bible and send it to them for a reference, because you need to do a little bit more reading, a little bit more researching, so that before you make a rule like that. Yeah. Because the little boy should be able to wear the dreads, I think. But, you know, we got to conform and do what we do. But the problem with us is that we always conforming.
We're always conforming. That's the thing. And just like the question was asked of me, like, why did I put, you know, my kids in a certain school? Mm-hmm. And for me, it was just, you know, I did my homework. I thought it would be a good program. And then later found out, you know,
it's the same thing. It don't matter because, you know, where we lived, and I took my son out of our district and put him in another district because they said that, you know, we offered this.
Because we're supposed to have the #1 school.
Exactly.
So
supposed to be.
That's what people are like, why would you pay? You know what I mean?
No, but here's the thing. It's the #1 school for who? For who?
I was going to say.
For who? Okay, no,
true.
for who? Because my daughter started off in that school system, and trust me, the twins.
It's not like
it was something every day. I had to go up there every day to figure out, oh, their skirts are too short, oh, their heels are too high, oh, their hair is too long. It was always something off the record with that school district. Okay, so I'm like, wait a minute, but the boys didn't have no problem. The principal loved my boys. I had to almost raise an eye like she. You know, you have thousands of students on that campus, and my boys, you know them by name, and they never been in trouble. So I was like, okay, sister girl, you know. But she was a Caucasian woman, but she loved the boys, and they went through with flying colors.
Well, they always love the boys.
But then the girls went to Surreal High, and then Khadijah to Guard. So when she got to Guard,
now let me tell you why I did choose to have my boys at Valley. I did put them over there because when I went to Guard, you know, I mean, the kids, they were like cussing and just like out of control. And I'm just being real. They were out of control. Like, I was just turning around like, what the, you know, and they were like, oh, hi, Miss B, you know, this and that. But then I'm standing there, but they were still so disrespectful. And so then my son and another kid kind of like got into it. So I was like, we finna, you know,
bounce over here too.
No, I really, when we first moved in that neighborhood, I mean over there, I really wanted my kids to go to that school. It was just too expensive at the time.
Right.
So then when the time presented itself and we were able to afford it, I put them there.
No, that was cool. It was a good school. It's a good school. It's a private school. It was really good.
But it wasn't the best school.
No, we know that.
For the money that we were paying.
I know.
I mean, come
Trust
on, really?
We learned that. The twins came out of private school to go to high school in our area, and I felt like, oh my God, what have I done?
Me too.
And then I was what have I done? But I made the decision, so we lived with it. Mm-hmm. Then when it came down to the boys' smooth sailing, Karan got a scholarship for a ride. My oldest boy, my other son, they were loving him to death. But then when it came down to Khadijah, I was irritated because she didn't get a scholarship offer from GAR, and she was killing it in track. Mm-hmm. It's like, you guys, she put you on the map, and my baby, you guys didn't offer her anything. So when it came down to Q, my youngest son, I'm not doing it. So then when they came and approached me, they came to my house from Lakewood. Came to my house, my door, knocked on the door, asked me, was that my son playing in the 707? And I'm like, yes. And so they offered the great this and that. Then the coach, this is the cool thing about education in school, you guys. Don't trust anybody but yourself. Do your research, do your facts. The coach that took my son over there to Lakewood left.
Was it?
It was Turner. He went out to Marietta or somewhere. But he convinced us to get my baby over there, and we get him over there. He takes off for a better head coaching position and left us, so we had to go from there. But
you really do have to do your homework when it comes to your kids' school. I mean, really.
And whatever someone said is the best school, you have to. My first question is why? Yeah. Why do you think it's the best school?
And for who? Because you have to find out for yourself. Because we really do.
Our area is, completely
number one,
Asian. Yes,
and it's all.
And they feed for them.
And look, all the teachers are.
I know.
Surprise.
That's the whole thing. It's like, how can you relate to our children and you don't have any experience in this area?
There you go.
I had to go up there on guard a couple times to sit up on Khadijah. Like, I'm not having that.
But one thing I will say, it wasn't always like that. The Asians, they have like an Asian league. They have an Asian everything because they said they want their kids to identify with. And we want our kids to identify
with who we are. Trust me, how much they spent on that library? Was it 30, 40 million?
Girl.
The library in Cerritos, it's phenomenal.
We over there
all the time because it's so phenomenal. And they have it set up. They have the teen area, the child, the adult, the mid-adult, the old adult. I mean, they spent 30, 40 million dollars on a library, and their children...
They have so many
utilize
programs.
it.
They really utilize
it. And they offer so much.
I mean, that's their babysitting. That's everything. Because after school they're there. Before school they're there. I mean, it's
just packed all the time. But it's a beautiful thing. But education is
key. And you just have to make sure it's the right education.
Hey, welcome to the ladies' room. It's Friday and we're almost out of here. I'm Brenda.
It's your girl KB.
Okay, and still happy birthday, Brenda. Your month to myself.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Everybody enjoy your weekend. Thanks for tuning in. Tune in next week where we will have a guest fitness trainer. Hey, we're going to get fit.
I know, that's a thing. So, hey, we're out. Deuces.
The Consortium of Health and Military Performance, also known as CHAMP, of the Uniformed Services University of Health and Science, known as USUHS, is conducting a study to understand a possible genetic link between sickle cell trait, known as SCT, and exercise-related events, known as EREs, such as exertional rhabdomyolysis, muscle damage, heat stroke, and or collapse. We are inviting African-American men and women with sickle cell trait and their family members to participate. Participating in the study will require you to complete a health history questionnaire, a form authorizing our study physician to gather health information from you and your healthcare provider, as well as a one-time blood donation. In order to qualify for the study, you must meet the following criteria: be African American, be sickle cell trait positive, be able to read, speak, and understand English, be between the ages of 18 and 80, and currently not being treated for any mental or psychological disorders. Participation is completely voluntary, and your decision will not impact your healthcare. The results for this study are for research purposes only and are not intended to directly benefit any individual for confidentiality reasons. However, the results of this study are intended to help better shape policies and associated health risks affecting the SCT community. Participants may be compensated for their time. To join the study, or if you would like additional information regarding the study, please contact the study team by phone, area code 240-479-9514, or email sctstudy-ggg@usuhs.edu.